Alright, let's get this over with. So there's this little green gumball-looking monster named Mike. One day, Mike and his class go to visit Monsters, Inc. For those who don't know, Monsters, Inc. is a company that provides energy to the monster world by inducing sleep paralysis in human children. What a wonderful concept for a kid's film. Anyways, this guy's all like, "Don't cross the line, you little hobgoblins, humans are dangerous." And then Mike's all like... And this dude's like, "Holy crap, kid, not bad." So Mike's like, "I'ma be a scary boy." So cut to years later, and he's a freshman in Monster College. One day he's vibing and minding his own business when this bacon seed shows up in his room, followed by a big blue furry shag monster named Sully. And Sully's like, "Hey, we gotta catch that pig!" And Mike's like, "I bet." So they catch the pig, and the Chad fraternity's like, "Hey, wanna be a Chad?" And Sully's like, "I bet." And Mike's like, "Yo, what about me?" And the Chads are like, "Nah, man, nah." So Mike makes it his goal to show the Chads that he's just as just as scary as they are. So we get this montage of him just intellectually poning Sully, and the Chads are like, "Dude, you're being by a green golf ball. We're kicking you out of Team Chad." And Sully gets like super mad, and on the day of this exam, he starts antagonizing Mike. So the two get into a cockfight until they accidentally knock down the school's prized canister of sleep paralysis juice. Turns out the canister belonged to this gal, Dean Hard as Nails. And Dean Hard as Nails is like, "I don't like you, you're too cocky, and I don't like you because you aren't really scary. You look like that thing I picked out of my nose hole yesterday. You're both expelled from this class." So they're like, dang it. They get demoted to can builders, and things are pretty miserable until one day Mike remembers this scaring competition triathlon thing that's coming up. So he wrangles this team of social rejects, and Sully's like, "Well, I got nothing to lose, might as well join your team." And Mike's like, "Whatever, but I don't like you." So Dean Hard as Nails over here is like, "Alright, fine, but if you need to lose the competition, you're expelled." And so, our duo starts out in pretty rough shape, but over time our team becomes tied with the Chads for the title of Ultimate Scarer. And things seem to be going pretty well until Dean Dimwit shows up and she says,
"Do you think he's scary?"
And Sully's like,
"No, this is Patrick."
And so the final day of the scary OWO triathlon arrives, and the team members have to enter the Matrix and scare a fake child. The team with the most scare points wins. So things are going pretty well for our team. Sully is out here looking as chill as usual, and finally it's Green Boyo's turn. And look at that, he actually did it, and the team won. And the team is celebrating later when Mike realizes that some dumb idiot was tampering with the Matrix when it was his turn to scare the fake kid. And Mike's like, "Who would do this?" And Sully's like, "It was me. You're not scary. Sorry, lol." And Mike's like, "Oh yeah? I'll show you." So Sully confesses to Dean whatever her name is that he cheated, and she's like, "Get off of my campus." And Sully's like,
"How could this happen to me?"
Suddenly, they hear an alarm and they rush over to the labs because, yeah, monsters have labs apparently. And it turns out that Mike took a trip to Planet Who Man to scare some kids and prove that he's ta edgiest. The kids don't find him scary though. They're just like, "Hey, a strange creature, let's shine flashlights on it until it runs away. Yeah, blah, blah, blah." So Sully panics and runs in after Mike to save him. And by this time, the human cops have arrived to search the area. And Mike's off on a beach all like, "I'm not scary." And Sully's like, "No, you." And Mike's like, "All right, fair enough." So the two head back to the portal, but it's been shut off by our lovely centipede-looking Dean whatever her name is here. And so Mike's like, "If we can scare the adults enough, we can overload the Matrix and get back home." And Sully's like, "Alright, let's do it." So they scare the living daylights out of the adults, but they end up overloading the Matrix so much that the entire server grid explodes and they both get expelled. But the Dean's like, "You know, you two are pretty cool. I still can't allow you back on campus because you destroyed over $3 million worth of equipment, but like, have a good life, I guess." And then Mike and Sully go to work in this mailroom, and they rise up through the ranks to become the scariest team of all time. And the moral of the story is, if you believe in yourself enough, you can give even the bravest of adults a severe case of sleep paralysis. So, the end.